how are you all? I hope you're all well and I hope you're having a great start to the week. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Elsa Morgan. I'm a wife, I'm a mum, and I also have a global home business. And I'm also a coach for the network marketing profession. I coach people, ordinary humans, to develop six-figure mentalities to be able to then go on to build six-figure and seven-figure businesses. How are you all? I hope you're all well. Tonight I'm going to be talking about something that is very near and dear to my heart, and I'm truly excited to share this with you as part of my Mindset, Marketing and Momentum Equals More Money series. Sharing is caring, so please, first up, feel free to share this broadcast because I know this is going to add value to people. RT in the house from Brisbane, Vegas. How are you? I hope you're well and rocking it, my friend. And you know, this is something that is really important to me because I have a vision to level up the network marketing profession, and I just love giving back and helping people to step into their power so that they too can create the life of their one, just like I have. And you know, it's taken me 5 years in the network marketing space to really come to a space where I know that I'm actually living the dream, and I'm absolutely loving it right now. And I just want to share this with you in the hope that you create some breakthroughs this month, so that way you can finish 2020. Boy, how many things have we not had on our bingo cards for 2020? Let me tell you, it's been quite an extraordinary year. But hopefully the content that I give you this month will help you to create breakthroughs so you can finish strong this year. So can I get your commitment to actually give me some feedback and drop me some fire emojis if you've ever been in a position in time in your life where you've worked so hard, in fact most of your life you've worked really, really hard, and all of a sudden you get to a space when you go, I've hit everything, what next? And like you start getting nervous and you're second guessing and you're getting paranoid and you're thinking to yourself, when's it all going to fall apart? Drop me some fire emojis if you feel like that or you have felt that way, because let me tell you, I have felt that way. In fact, 2 weeks ago, I actually woke up in a sweat, which is why I want to share this with you, right? Because 2 weeks ago, let me share you a story. 2 weeks ago, I woke up in a sweat. And it was a Sunday here in Australia, and I woke up and I went, hang on a minute, I don't feel like I normally do. Like normally I'm stressed out, and normally I'm operating from a space of stress and I've overcome, but I've hit everything. Like, you know, the business is going well, we're crushing goals there, coaching is great. My book's about to come out with Jordan Adler, and the speaking team for, you know, Ray Higdon and the Higdon Group, and next year I'll be speaking on his behalf on stages, etc. And you know, we're debt free, everything's paid off. I'm thinking, what next? Like, life is too good. And I sent a message to my mentor. And I said to him, hey, I've never felt this way before. Like, this is very unusual for me. I'm always operating from a space of turmoil or stress. I've got stuff happening in my life, and I'm always out there proving people wrong or proving myself wrong or coming off an argument with someone, or, you know, there's a hater somewhere in my life, or there's some adversity happening in my life. And I said, but just everything is great. Like, everything is great. And he laughed at me and he said, yeah. He said, you've hit your upper limit. He said, basically, you're not comfortable with being comfortable. Like, you're not comfortable with just going, wow, you know, this is a really good place to be in. And he said, and you really, really need to understand that your mind is right now fighting you, going, hang on a minute, let's get back into your comfort zone, which is adversity, stress, you know, oh my goodness, got to have an argument with someone, got to fight with someone, got to create a drama somewhere. He said, you're so used to always operating from a space of adversity that your mind and your body is going, hang on a minute, you've not been this way ever. And he says, and so it's going to require some programming on your behalf to feel good about where you are right now, because you've achieved all these goals. And ladies and gentlemen, I have. Like, this year has been such a massive transformation year. In fact, the last 12 to 18 months, I've worked really hard in all areas in my life. Relationship, finances, personal development, and business. I recently transitioned into a business, a new business, which is in more alignment than I've ever been before. Like even in my corporate career, like it totally aligns with everything. And so I feel really good. And it's the first time in my life where all areas, touch wood, woo, touch wood, all areas of my life, I feel great. And so I was saying this to my mentor, I'm going, hang on, so what do I do? And he said, well, you need to stop and be grateful. Being gratitude that you've hit all your goals that you've wanted to in the short term. And he said, now it's time to just go and set some new bigger ones. And he said, and I strongly suggest you read this book. Well, I'll tell you about it in a minute, which is why I want to share this with you. Not because I want to, brag about the stuff that I've done. Part of me getting to where I've had to overcome a lot of adversity, develop myself as well as a person, be adjusting my money mindset. Again, I thought I had a really good money mindset. And then last year got into a bit of a, a money situation late last year, which I'll talk about in 2 weeks' time. I've got all my social media planned out. And adjusted my money mindset again. And so it's been a whole process to get to where I am today. So what I want to talk to you today is about what do you do? Emilio, thank you for hopping on. What do you do when you actually get to experience the upper limit problem, right? I actually have a really good friend tonight. Same thing. She's saying to me, I feel really crap. I've got 2 sick kids, but her business is going great. She's also part of my organization. And she's absolutely crushing it in the side business, and she's doing really well in her traditional business as well, her marriage as well, her husband's business is doing well. I mean, her kids are sick, but I said, but are you happy? And she said, yeah, I'm really happy. And she said, but I just feel like I'm constantly having these little things. And I said, that's an upper limit, right? You're just creating this situation just to hold you back, right? And she said, oh my God, that is true. That is so true. I just have to be in the moment and be grateful. Yeah, my kids are sick, but it's not the end of the world, right? I said, exactly. So guys, let's talk about it, right? Because the upper limit theory suggests that you get to a point in time where you achieve all, goals in your life and you're achieving success, and yet you're not comfortable with it. And so what happens is your brain says to you, hang on a minute, I'm going to bring you back into your comfort zone. I'm going to take you back to where you operate best. That's what your brain's telling you because you've been operating this way for so long. Let me tell you, I was born into poverty. I had 2 dining chairs up until the age of 18 months as my bed. I had a tough upbringing. And then all throughout my life, I had, failed relationships. I constantly had to feel like I had to prove myself to people, had low self-esteem, low self-worth, lost everything from the GFC, was financially bankrupt, had to eat 2-minute noodles sometimes to make ends meet, had to reinvent myself, and as part of my recovery, I used to run marathons. I used to put my body through pain so that I could operate from a space of adversity to actually get myself somewhere, right? So this is something that I've conditioned myself to feel my entire life. So then coming to where I am right now, my brain is going, hang on, it can't be all this good. And this is exactly what this is, right? And so you're basically so used to overcoming, so used to coming from a space of stress or problems that you're totally in a space of drama and havoc, etc. That when you get to a space of where things are going great, it doesn't feel comfortable, right? You feel like you've consistently been in struggle because you've been trying to get somewhere. And then when you get there, you go, hang on, what's going on here, right? And so we don't stop and we don't take a deep breath and go, you know what? I'm here now, right? I'm here. Where you can take half a day and just watch back to back, TV and just enjoy the moment because you've worked so hard to get to where you want to get to. This is like the stepping stone to bigger things, right? And so many people miss this part, right? where things are going great, that they think to themselves, hang on, there's not something happening in my life. Let's manufacture something. Let's manufacture a fight. Let's get sick, right? Let's, you sort of like your subconscious is telling you that it can't be this great. And so all of a sudden things start happening. You lose your job, or you lose a ton of money, or you get into an accident. Do you understand? And that's just programming stuff, because they're constantly telling ourselves that we're never going to get there. And so when we get there, we just go, hang on a minute, I can't operate from here because I'm constantly wondering when am I going to get there, right? So when you're getting to that, when you're at that point where you've achieved success, you're achieving success, you're doing the things, you're saving the money, you've paid off your debt, you're having success in your business, you're doing the thing, you're living the dream. You have to stop and take a deep breath and be in so much gratitude that you are where you are right now, right? And so I was reflecting tonight on that moment, in 2009, where I used to buy 2-minute noodles. In the US, you call it ramen noodles. I used to buy that to actually make ends meet. None of my friends knew that I was bankrupt. I was so ashamed of my friends knowing that I was in bankruptcy. Back then, it was a real dirty word. Now it's accepted, right? And so you have to understand that it takes time for you to reprogram your mind to go, hey, I see that I'm here now. Good work, right? Good job. You're here. And so you take a deep breath, you take the time to be in gratitude. You say, I love you to the people that matter into your life. You say, I'm in full gratitude for the people in my organization today. They're incredible, right? And the people that I've surrounded myself with, my mentors, I just feel so blessed and incredibly fortunate. Good people, right? I've paid off my debts, and I know that there's many people out you that are like this right now. You've got so many good things happening because one, you haven't achieved where you want to go just yet, but you are doing the thing, right? You're doing the thing. You're achieving success. You're showing up. You're a better version, right? And yet you're not stopping and being in gratitude. And so suddenly you self-sabotage, right? So what do you need to do to actually overcome this? So number one, you need to know that upper limits are part of the journey. You're constantly going to get versions of upper limits every single part of your life. If you want to play big in this space, if you want to impact the world, if you want to leave a lasting legacy, if you want to be able to help people and be a servant leader, you need to know that upper limits are things that you're going to be coming across all the time, because you're achieving new levels of success. As you're going up and up and up, that's stuff that you've never achieved before, right? And you'll get to a point where you start feeling why me? Why was I chosen to do this? I feel incredibly blessed that I get to stand in front of, hey, Pamela, how are you? I get to stand in front of a camera every single day, do Facebook Lives, speak to people all around the world, hang out with my friends on social media, and I get paid. Once upon a time, I used to get up at 5 a.m. I used to put on clothes. I used to drag myself to the car. I used to drive myself an hour and a half to work, to a job that wasn't fulfilling me, to a job that wasn't serving my soul, right? And that was just crippling me and crippling my skill set, who I was, limiting my growth, right? And I was just staying within the confines of society. And yet, fast forward to today, I'm in this space where I'm actually serving people from my home. I've got my moccasins on, my Ugg boots, right now. And you just have to stop and smell the roses. And you just have to know that with every new level of success, You're going to get uncomfortable with being successful because you've never been there before. You've never been at that income level. You've never been at that rank level. You've never been at that title. You've never achieved debt-free. You've never been able to buy that big house before. You've never been able to travel business class before. You've never been able to do this before. Do you know what I mean? And of course, you're going to be uncomfortable with feeling it because you go, man, I'm scared it's all going to fall apart. Because we've constantly struggled to get there. So it's natural. But the best way to understand and not self-sabotage is to acknowledge where you are. You're going, this is my ego trying to tell me that something is wrong when really there's nothing wrong there. There's no need to pick a fight with my boyfriend or my husband. There's nothing wrong with my friend. There's nothing wrong with my health. There's nothing wrong with my business. There's nothing wrong with my life. It's just that this is the new version. This is the new normal, right? That's one of the ways or one of the things that you need to do and implement and program your mind about the upper limit theory, about the upper limit, right? Because if you do not do this, what's going to happen is every time you get to this new level, you're going to self-sabotage and then lose something, either lose what you've just achieved, or you're going to create havoc in other areas of your life that really wasn't existent to begin with, but you created it in your mind, right? You called it in, right? Number 2 is, like I mentioned, you need to be grateful of where you are right now. You need to be totally accepting that you are worthy of where you are right now. You've worked your butt off to where you are right now. You are worthy of it. So be grateful. That's why the gratitude piece every single day, and really be grateful. Not just be grateful for the sun and the moon and your eyes and everything else. Yes, be grateful for all of that, but be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for what you've achieved, right? If you're achieving success in your life, man, feel that. Feel that it's your new normal. This is where you're starting from. This is the base, right? Because you're here now, you're back at the bottom of this new normal and you go up again. And that's how you keep elevating. So you need to understand that being grateful is in its entirety, not just for the obvious things like eyes and ears and hair and face and being able to speak and being able to have fresh air and clean water. All of those things matter. But so does your journey and what you've achieved in this life. Because let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you only get this one chance in life. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is not a dress rehearsal. We do not get to play this day over and over again. Once this day is gone, it's gone, right? And so you need to understand that this is part of, hey TC, part of the entire journey in life, right? So that's number 2. And number 3, be aware. Anytime that you feel like you're about to have a meltdown, or you're going to start an argument, right? Or you're going to make a rash business decision. God knows I've done that in my past. Like, oh God, so many times, right? Take a few deep breaths and maybe call a friend who's not emotionally attached and have a conversation, right? Because I can tell you right now, the upper limit theory is real. And because we're so programmed to failure, we're so programmed or in telling ourselves that we will not succeed. We're so programmed in always coming from struggle or adversity or some sort of mess that we have to operate from as a base, that our whole body and our mind is so not used to operating from a state of being successful, right? And really what you need to do is start understanding and accepting that you're operating from a state of success. And that is your new normal. Where you are right now, if you're achieving all the things, this is your new normal till you get to the next level. And then you're going to hit another upper limit, right? And so you need to understand that this is part of the journey. It will constantly happen. If you're experiencing now, like I did 2 weeks ago, it's going to happen again. And it will happen again and again and again and again, right? And so I hope this adds value to you. Honestly, it is one of the most profound things that have happened to me in the last 60 days, because it's been such a whirlwind for me the last 60 days. And I'm on this massive trajectory right now with all these things dropping right now. And I want you to know that it is totally possible for you too, right? All of it is possible for you too. You just need to understand that the mind is a powerful thing. And if you don't programming it to what you want to achieve in life, it's going to totally tune into your subconscious. And if you've been telling yourself for years and years and years that you're going to fail, then that's what's going to happen. You're just going to call that in, right? All right, guys, I hope this has had value to you. I love you guys. I hope you're enjoying this series, the Mindset, Marketing, and Momentum Equals More Money series. I love you guys. I love helping you guys. I love serving you guys. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun and enjoying life. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Good morning if you're on the other side of the world. Bye.